Liam and Clara had been married for 12 years, a union that once felt like a fairy tale, but had since settled into the quiet rhythm of predictability. They met in their late 20s, drawn together by shared ambitions and a love for indie films and hiking. Liam, a reserved but thoughtful architect, found solace in structure, while Clara, a freelance graphic designer, thrived on spontaneity. Their differences had once complemented each other, but lately they felt more like cracks in a fragile foundation. Their daughter Sophie was 9, a bright, curious child who inherited Liam's calm demeanor and Clara's artistic flair. Life in their suburban home was comfortable, yet Clara often caught herself staring out the kitchen window, wondering when the mundanity had swallowed her whole. Liam's promotions at the firm meant longer hours, and Clara's freelance projects had dwindled into sporadic gigs. Conversations between them revolved around grocery lists and Sophie's school events, their laughter now a relic of photo albums. One evening, over a dinner of reheated pasta, Clara slammed her fork down. "Do you even see me anymore?" she snapped, her voice trembling. Liam looked up, startled. "What's wrong?" "Everything," she said, gesturing to the cluttered living room. "We're stuck in this loop. When was the last time we did something that wasn't just existing?" Liam frowned, pushing his glasses up. "See how I'm trying." Work's always been," she interrupted, tears welling. Meanwhile, Jenna's husband surprised her with a weekend in Paris. "Paris, Liam. We haven't left the state in years." He sighed, running a hand through his thinning hair. "We'll plan something, I promise." But promises, Clara thought, were just words to fill the silence. The invitation arrived 2 weeks later, a glossy invite for a rooftop party hosted by Oliver, Liam's college roommate. Oliver, the eternal bachelor, had recently sold his tech startup and was celebrating with an epic soiree. Liam hesitated. He'd never been one for crowds, but Clara's eyes lit up. "We're going," she declared, and for the first time in months, Liam saw a flicker of the woman he'd fallen for. The night of the party, Clara slipped into a crimson dress she hadn't worn since their anniversary 5 years ago. Liam fumbled with his tie, admiring her. "You look beautiful," he said softly. She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. Oliver's penthouse was a glittering maze of strangers and champagne towers. Clara clung to Liam at first, but as the night wore on, she drifted toward the balcony, drawn by the city lights. That's where Oliver found her. "Clara Hart," he said, grinning. "Still stealing the spotlight, I see." She laughed, but there was an edge to it. "You've done well for yourself." "Luck and timing," he shrugged, leaning beside her. "Unlike Liam, huh? Always a steady one." The comment needled her. Steady isn't always enough. Oliver raised an eyebrow, spoken like someone who's bored. The music swelled inside, and he offered his hand. "Dance with me?" Clara hesitated, then took it. Liam, meanwhile, nursed a beer in a corner, watching Clara laugh with Oliver. His chest tightened. He'd never learned to navigate these scenes. Oliver's world of effortless charm and reckless spending. When Clara twirled in the fairy lights, her head thrown back in laughter, Liam felt like a ghost in his own life. By midnight, he was dizzy from the noise. He texted Clara, heading out for air, "Meet you at the car." She didn't reply. Oliver's bedroom was quieter, the bass from the party a distant thrum. Clara sat on the edge of the bed, her heels discarded. "This was fun," she said, but her voice wavered. Oliver sat beside her. "Don't have to go back to the same old routine." His hand brushed hers, and she didn't pull away. "What if I want more?" she whispered. He kissed her, a slow, deliberate thing that tasted like rebellion. Clara's guilt surfaced briefly, but it drowned in the rush of feeling wanted again. When Liam finally found her, she was adjusting her earring in the hallway mirror, her cheeks flushed. "Ready to go?" he asked. She nodded, avoiding his gaze. The drive home was silent. Liam wanted to ask, "Who were you with?" Instead, he said, "Sophie's recital is tomorrow." Clara stared out the window. "I know." The weeks that followed the party were a blur of stilted conversations and unspoken accusations. Liam buried himself in work, sketching blueprints late into the night, while Clara stayed out longer, citing client meetings that never appeared on her calendar. Sophie noticed the tension. Her once chipper questions about family movie nights met with clip replies. One afternoon, while sorting laundry, Liam found a receipt in Clara's coat pocket, a $300 charge from a boutique hotel downtown, dated the night of Oliver's party. His hand shook as he confronted her. "What is this?" he demanded, holding up the slip. Clara paled but held his gaze. "A mistake. It's not mine." "Don't lie to me," he said, his voice cracking. She turned away, her silence louder than any confession. Oliver's text began flooding Clara's phone. Playful emojis, late-night thinking-of-you notes. Each ping felt like a grenade. She told herself it was just a fling, a temporary escape from the suffocating predictability of her marriage. But when Oliver invited her to a gallery opening, she said yes. They met in a dimly lit wine bar afterward. Oliver traced circles on her wrist. "You deserve more than leftovers, Clara." "What if more isn't real?" she murmured. "Then we'll make it real," he said, kissing her. This time, there was no guilt, only the thrill of rewriting her story. At home, Liam scoured their shared calendar, noting every unexplained gap. He hired a PI, a decision that left him nauseous. The photos arrived a week later. Clara laughing on a park bench with Oliver, her hand tucked in his coat pocket. Liam stared at the images until they blurred. That night, he waited in the dark, the envelope on the kitchen counter. Clara froze when she saw it. "Is this why you've been so distant?" she asked, her voice icy. "Distant?" Liam laughed bitterly. "You erased us." Sophie's bedroom door creaked open down the hall. Clara lowered her voice. "I needed to feel alive again." "You stopped trying," he said, "and you stopped choosing me." The divorce papers came swiftly. Clara moved into a sleek downtown loft Oliver rented, promising Sophie weekend visits that often dwindled to rushed ice cream trips. The girls' drawings piled up on Liam's fridge. Stick figures of 3 people, one always scribbled out. Oliver's enthusiasm waned as quickly as it began. He missed dates, canceled dinners, and rolled his eyes when Clara mentioned Sophie. "Kids cramp the vibe," he said once, tossing back a martini. One rainy evening, Clara showed up unannounced at Liam's doorstep, her hair plastered to her face. "Can I come in?" He blocked the doorway. "Why?" I miss her. I miss you." Liam's jaw tightened. "You don't get to miss us after throwing us away." Months later, Clara sat alone in her half-empty loft, scrolling through old photos of Sophie's birthdays and Christmases. Oliver had ghosted her after a fight about clinginess. She dialed Liam's number, her breath shallow. "Sophie's recital is next week," she said. "Maybe we could all go together, like before?" Silence. Then Liam's voice, steady and final. "She's moved on. You should too." The click of the line disconnecting echoed in her ears. At Sophie's recital, Clara lingered in the back, watching her daughter beam at Liam from the stage. When their eyes met, Sophie's smile faltered. Clara left before the applause faded. Liam rebuilt slowly. Weekends were spent teaching Sophie to sketch, her laughter filling the hollow spaces. One evening, as they painted her bedroom wall sunset orange, she asked, "Does Mom hate us?" He knelt, wiping a smudge from her cheek. "No, kiddo, she just forgot how to love us right." Clara, meanwhile, drifted through dating apps and empty flings, chasing the high she'd mistaken for happiness. But the men were echoes of Oliver, charming, transient, allergic to permanence. On a frosty December morning, she stood outside Liam's house, watching smoke curl from the chimney. Sophie's mittened hand waved from the window before disappearing. Clara turned away, the weight of her choices settling like snow, cold, unyielding, and hers alone to carry. In the end, the echoes of would have drowned her, while Liam learned to find music in the quiet. So, guys, if you all like today's story, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you for watching.